gymnastics moms, if you want to set your gymnast up for the best season yet next season, one of the things she has to learn how to do is manage her brain. Gymnastics is the most mental sport in the world. We're asking gymnasts to do the most mental things possible in some of the most difficult circumstances. She's got to have the tools to manage her brain when it gets in her way. This video is going to teach you how. Hi, my name is Stacy. I'm the co-founder of Gymnastics Mindset Academy, and you are in Mindset for Moms, where we help moms develop happy, healthy gymnasts who know how to win. So this month, I'm talking to you about our foundational tools that we use inside the program and why mental performance training is so important. And this week, I'm going to talk to you about a tool we call the model. Now, the model is not something we developed. It's just something we've adapted to use with gymnasts. It is developed by the Life Coach School. Brooke Castillo from the Life Coach School created it. But it's based on cognitive behavioral training. So cognitive behavioral training is the basis that when you think something, it makes you feel something. When you feel something, then you take an action and you do. So think, feel, do. And we expanded a little bit with the model, but that's the basis of it. And we teach gymnasts this because it helps you organize your brain in a way that helps you take your power back. So here's the thing, your brain is running the show, your primary brain. Your primary brain cares about one thing and one thing only, and that is survival. So most of the things that it's telling you are based on survival, not based on thriving, not based on getting new big goals. It's based on playing it safe. It's based on staying small. It's based on using as little energy as possible. And that is driving the show. Very difficult in gymnastics when you're doing scary things all the time, trying new things, using a ton of energy, and going against that natural wiring of the brain every moment of every day. And the only way that you can do that is by learning how to manage that brain. And when your gymnast doesn't have the tool to manage her brain will manage her. And she's going to spend a lot of wasted time playing it safe, staying small, being afraid of new things, being afraid to try things, being afraid of pressure, being afraid of what other people think about her. And learning how to manage her brain helps her overcome all of that, which, as you can see, isn't just helpful for gymnastics, it's helpful for all of life, right? So let's talk about what this looks like. You see, when your gymnast doesn't understand that the real source of her struggles in the gym are coming from this subconscious primary brain, from a problem thought that it's giving her, she usually assumes that there's something wrong with her, that she's lazy, weak, she doesn't have what it takes, she's not good enough, or she's just being a chicken. And so the reason that it's so important for her to explore and understand the results of that problem thought is to be able to see what it's really creating in her gymnastics and what's going to happen if she keeps on believing it. So what we do is we teach her a simple way to understand what's happening, why it's happening, and what it is causing to happen in her gymnastics as a result. And honestly, seeing the tremendous relief that gymnasts feel when they discover that there's nothing wrong with them, that they're just experiencing the results that come from this primary brain, it's the best part of our job. And it's usually her favorite part as well. When we do mental training, sometimes this part can be a little bit hard because we're digging into some of the yuckiness, but getting through it to the other side is so empowering. Because until she's able to make the connections and understand what's actually happening, she often won't be able to let go of this problem thought or problem belief. And so once she learns how to do this, then she's finally ready to rewire her brain to think positively. So let's talk about what this looks like. She's going to do that thought download that we talked about back in video 1. She's going to look then, when I think this thought, what's the one word emotion that it makes me feel? So when I think this, what do I feel? Okay. One word emotion: defeated, frustrated, angry, scared, nervous. These are like the main ones we deal with at gymnastics every day. So just helping her learn, like, when she's thinking this, what is she feeling? And then when she feels that, what does she do? So let's take a correction. her coach says you're throwing your head back all the time. So that's our circumstance that we're talking about. And then what does she think about that? Well, part of it is figuring out why is she throwing her head back? So what is she feeling? We can work backwards. So she's throwing her head back. What is she feeling? She's feeling nervous. What is she thinking that's making her feel nervous? I don't know where the floor is. I want to see where the floor is. I want to make sure I don't crash. I want to see where I'm going. These are really normal, right? Of course your brain wants to see where it's going and not crash into the floor. And so figuring out what the thought is that's causing her to feel, that's causing her to do, then helps her understand, like, oh, well, of course my brain wants to see where it's going. And that's why I'm throwing my head back. Because before she's like, I don't know why I'm throwing my head back. I just can't stop. And so helping for her, being able to figure out what she's thinking, and when she thinks that, what it's feeling it creates, and when she feels that, what action she takes, helps her understand why she's getting the result. So like, let's say she's throwing her head back on a double back, and then the result is she's not making it all the way around. So her little model is she's throwing her head back. Her thought is, I want to see where I'm going to make sure I don't crash. Her feeling is scared. And so she throws her head back, which means then she starts flipping right off the ground, and then she doesn't make it all the way around. So that's her model. And she's able to go, oh, the only reason this is happening simply because I was thinking this. Or the opposite. When we start with a thought, she can go, oh, I see that when I think I'm never going to get it, or I always, so a different version of that. I can't make the correction to stop throwing my head back no matter what I try. So then that's her thought, right? So then her feeling is defeated. And so when she feels defeated and then she goes to throw her double back, she's like, throws her head back right away because she's not even trying not to anymore. And then she doesn't make it all the way around. So we can like start with a thought, or we can start with what's happening and work our way up. But it's think, feel, do. You're going to take a specific situation. What do you think, feel, do? And when you do that, what happens as a result? And this helps her really take all the power back because she understands what's happening and why, which then is finally going to free her brain up to change to a new, more helpful thought, which we will cover next week in our last video on the foundational tools that we use inside our program. We would love to invite you to join one of our free parent trainings, to do a strategy session with your gymnast. We would love to help her learn how to use these simple processes so that she can manage her brain. Like I said, the reason for doing this is so that she can get the results that she wants. Her brain is telling her a lot of nonsense, and she has to learn how to be in charge of it instead of how to be at the effect of it. All right, see you inside. Thanks for tuning in. We are committed to your gymnast success, and we know that your gymnast success starts with you. So we are committed to helping you understand what your gymnast needs to succeed in one of the toughest sports in the world. If you're like most parents we talk to, you want your gymnast to do her best, to stand on the podium, to get to the next level, to get that scholarship. You know she can do it, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to give her all she needs to make that happen. But for you, it's not just about new skills, high scores, and scholarships. What you really want more than anything else is for your daughter to believe in herself as much as you believe in her. And we have created a special training to help you do just that, to give you the missing key you need to help your gymnast unlock her full potential and finally believe in herself so she can compete with confidence, so she can get the skills that she needs, so she can get the skills and the scores that she needs to either get to the next level or to get recruited. So join us in this free training. The instructions are below. You just sign up. It's a quick training. We will make it so valuable for you. We can't wait to see you on the inside so we can help you help your gymnast unlock her full potential.